Today's video, we're gonna learn about derivatives. So what is a derivative? A derivative is used to determine the maximum and the minimum values of a particular function. Derivative is also used especially when modeling the behavior of moving objects. The derivative of any constant is 0. 1 is a constant, 2 is a constant, 3 is a constant, any number is a constant, so its derivative is 0. Here are some examples. The derivative of 9 is 0, and also the derivative of 2 is 0. Next is the derivative of any variable is 1. The derivative of x raised to n is equals to nx raised to n minus 1. For example, what is the derivative of 3x squared? So the n represents the exponent of a variable, and in this case, n is equal to 2. To find the derivative, you need to multiply the exponent of x to the constant, which is 3. And then, subtract 1 to the exponent. Therefore, the final answer will be 6x. Next example is 4x cubed. So the n is the exponent of x, which is 3, and you multiply it to the constant 4. So it will become 4 times 3 times x raised to the n minus 1. Therefore, the answer is 4 times 3 is 12 times x raised to 3 minus 1, which is 2. Let's have another example. 5x raised to 7. So the n is 7. Therefore, 5 multiplied by 7 times x raised to n minus 1. Therefore, the answer is 35x raised to the 6th power. So this time, let's try some bigger examples to further enhance our learning. 5x squared minus 3x plus 2. So you can pause the video and try this one. So first thing that we're gonna do is to determine the n. So the n is 2, therefore 5 times n times x raised to n minus 1 minus 3 times n, in this case n is equals to 1, times x raised to n minus 1. Take note, the exponent of x will become 0. Anything that is raised to 0 is 1. Plus, the derivative of any constant is 0. Therefore, the answer is 10x minus 3. What is the derivative of 7x raised to the 5th minus 6x raised to the 4th power plus 5x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. So you can pause the video to solve this one. So 7 times n, where n is 5, times x raised to 5 minus 1. Minus 6 times n, where n is 4, x raised to 4 minus 1. Plus 5 times n, where n is 3, times x raised to 3 minus 1. Plus 3 times n, where n is 2, times x raised to 2 minus 1. minus 2 times n, where n is 1, times x raised to 1 minus 1. Remember, anything that is raised to 0 is 1. Plus, the derivative of 1 is 0. Equals to 35x raised to the 4th power minus 24x cubed plus 15x squared plus 6x minus 2. Therefore, that is the final answer for the given problem. Let's try one last problem. So, what is the derivative of 10x raised to the 7 plus 8x raised to the 6 minus 5x raised to the 5th plus x raised to the 4th power minus 2x cubed plus 9x squared plus 7x plus 4. You can freely pause the video to solve this one. So 10 times 7 is 70 times x raised to 7 minus 1, which is 6, plus 8 times 6, which is 48, times x raised to 6 minus 1, which is 5, minus 5 times 5, which is 25, times x raised to 5 minus 1 is 4, plus, so take note, x is also equal to 1x. So 1 times n, where n is 4, times x raised to 4 minus 1, which is 3, minus 2 times n, where n is 3, equals 6, times x squared plus 9 times n, where n is 2, equals 18, times x. Plus the derivative of 7x is 7, plus the derivative of a constant is 0. You just can erase the 0, you don't need to write that one. Therefore, the final answer is 70x raised to the 6th power plus 48x raised to the 5th power minus 25x raised to the 4th power plus 4x cubed minus 6x squared plus 18x plus 7. And that's today's video is all about.